Last time we built all this organization, which is underneath my mobile workbench, and now we need to make it look cool. I'm on a quest to turn my boring workshop into something straight out of the Star Wars universe, which we've done with my mobile tool cart and Air2D2 over there, but we need to make some organization under this mobile workbench look good. The first thing we need to do is get some paint on all of this, so we're gonna pull all this out and prime it. So we've done a lot of additional painting and I'm not super thrilled with all of it. You can really see the brush lines, so I really should have blotted it with a sponge or used my airbrush. But we're gonna move on to some panels, which I cheated and used my laser for. In an update that should surprise literally no one, the airbrush pieces look way better than the hand brushing that I did. I think I also should not have used a chip brush instead of used like a real paintbrush, and that may have helped with those brush lines. Either way, off camera, I think I'm gonna go back over this with some airbrush and see if I can get rid of some of those brush lines and make them look better before we go on to weathering them. The acrylic is done off of my laser cutter, so I'm gonna put that onto the sides of the workbench. That didn't work. On top of the laser cut material, I also have a couple of other things that I'm going to add to the workbench to kind of give it more of a Star Wars feel. Of course, it wouldn't be a Star Wars project without some Greeblies that I'm going to add. And I'm going to try to cut some smaller panels out of styrene. And the last one is actually new to me. I got some aluminum tubing, but instead of keeping it straight, I'm going to bend it and try to make some handholds or standoffs or something like that. Time for weathering. Since it's a big piece and the workbench is going to get used, I'm not going to weather it a ton, but I do want to give it a little bit of grime around all the seams and over some of the stuff that we've added so that it gives it that used feeling, unlike a fresh coat of primer. Well, it took a lot of work. I'm happy with how the Star Wars Workbench turned out. It gets me one step closer to having a full Star Wars workshop, which is something that I started with this tool cart that I've got pulled up for you right over here. So I'll see you in that video.